my honor to introduce our keynote speaker. In case you're wondering, I'm not the speaker today. Our keynote speaker is Greg Marshall. Greg is a SoMAS grad, so he has one of the best educations that you can get on the planet. Graduated in 1988. When traveling to Belize in 1986, he got an idea from a shark and its dependents that it might be instructive and inspiring to see the ocean world from the perspective of the animal. Thus, Crittercam, an animal-born imaging and data system, was born. After graduation, he got himself funded by National Geographic and created their remote imaging program. He has since contributed to and made a large number of films. He has helped us see the world through some 80 different species, from sharks to whales to cats and macaques. I am wondering, was there ever a student cam? You might see some frightening and wild scenes. Just something to think about. In recognition of his creativity and passion about seeing the magic of marine life through the lens of individual animals, Greg received an honorary doctorate from Stony Brook just yesterday at commencement. I will say that the most important thing that I actually have to say about Greg is the tremendous pride when Greg's SoMAS colleagues speak of him. Greg, it's our great pleasure to have you celebrate with us today, and we're delighted to honor you with the opportunity to speak with this year's graduating SoMAS class. Let's welcome and celebrate Dr. Greg Marshall.
You look fabulous. Don't they, guys? Come on, let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations. Absolutely incredible. Well, 30 years ago, and I find it hard to believe it was 30 years ago, I might have been sitting right where you are. I actually missed my graduation, but nevertheless, imagine me sitting there. They didn't need these. And I was just setting out on my own little adventure in life. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, didn't know where it would take me, but I was thrilled at the opportunities I've had here, the education I received from these wonderful people. And I'm sure you share with me in, let's just thank them one more time for all that they have provided for you. Thank you. I hope this is working, but I'll lean down a little bit. Maybe that's better so some of you can hear me. So what are you going to do? I mean, have you got your life all planned out at this point? I mean, for those of you who do, fabulous, fantastic. If you've found your passion and you're going forward, that's wonderful. When I was in your seat, I did not know. I still didn't know. I had ideas, I had dreams, I had hopes, but as you can imagine, hope is not much of a strategy. So in terms of reaching that dream of yours, I guess I do have a couple of words of advice. They would go something like 3 simple things. 1, surround yourself with the kind of people that you had the opportunity to be with here. People who share and can uphold and can celebrate your vision. People who can support you when you need it the most. That was true for me when I was here. Let's see, the other thing is very clear. The most important thing, I suppose, is just finding out what it is that inspires you. What it is that you care about. I didn't quite know yet. I knew I loved the world of marine science. I knew I loved the oceans, and I aspired to understand them better and to find some way to contribute in some way, hopefully significant way. And then finally, a little luck helps along the way. And you can look at me and say, hold it now, you just said strategy. How can you be talking about luck? Well, it's the kind of luck that I've had a lot of in my life, and a lot of people have this kind of luck, and it's luck that is born from your work. I think, I don't know if it was Sam Snead or any of you golfers would know that maybe it might have been Sam Snead who said, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And I'd have to say that is absolutely true. You've done tremendous hard work to be where you are today, and it's phenomenal what you've achieved. It's not over. There's lots more interesting things to do, lots more wonderful challenges that you'll be faced with, particularly in the field that you've chosen. I think Shep said it incredibly well. I mean, the fact is that like it or not, those of us who need classes now are leaving you guys with a hell of a responsibility on this planet. You guys know about it, you know about it better than most, frankly, and you're better prepared to deal with it and to make the kinds of important contributions and changes that are needed to make sure that your kids, when they're standing up here, or seated where you are, have the same kind of opportunity on this planet that we have currently. So thank you for choosing the fields that you have, and thank you for all the work that you'll be doing in the future. My future grandkids, thank you for that. Thank you. So what about that hard work? I need some glasses, I guess. Point of fact. I was lucky. I was very lucky. I was doing my graduate research in Belize in 1986. Fortunately, this place offered me the opportunity to get out into the world and try to make some connections elsewhere. And I just got lucky again. I got lucky that a shark took an interest in me. Swam over me. Those of you who had shark experiences know that you're fortunate to be there when a shark decides that you're interesting enough in its habitat to take a look. This had happened to me before, but on this particular occasion, the remora was suckled to the shark's belly, and I had a revelation really at that moment. It was the moment of my life's work, if you will, when I finally realized that hey, if we could take this camera that I've got in my hand and reconfigure it, reconform it, make it look like and maybe feel like that remora on the shark's back, and to deploy it on the shark's back, what amazing things might we be able to learn about shark behavior and ecology that we would otherwise never have the opportunity to experience. Riding along with them in their world, in that alien space that you guys know about. Well, I came out and I thought to myself, okay, well, this must have been done. Someone must have done this, right? Well, again, lucky for me, no one had. It was an opportunity, and I decided to capitalize on it. And I think that's another component of reaching out and working hard, you're preparing yourselves for that moment. Preparing yourselves for that moment when you find your passion, if you haven't already found it. When it rises up, and all those things that you've learned, all the people that you've experienced, all the challenges that you've already taken on come together in that moment, and you say, wow, this is for me. I'm going to dedicate my life and my passion to making a contribution here. It's really rewarding. My dad, I started at National Geographic 30 years ago in various capacities, became a executive producer, executive producer, made a bunch of films, became a vice president of National Geographic. And my dad, still, who's 93, whenever I talk to him on the phone, he's like, well, when do you think you get a real job? But Dad, I'm doing okay, right? Well, no, in fact, one of the hopes that I have for you is that you never have a real job. I actually thank my dad, because I feel like I've never had a real job. I do what I love. Every day that I go to work, I love what I do. I'm fascinated by it, I'm challenged by it, and I hope that you have that same kind of success, because it's really such a rewarding and wonderful way to experience life. We've only got this one life. May as well do what you love to do. May as well grab it, make it yours, and find a way to find yes to work to the things that you love and you feel that you want to do. Find yes. You're going to be a lot of people who say no. I had lots of no's in my experience. Plenty of failures as well. We learn from those, and that's all you can do. Accept it, accept responsibility for those rejections, for those failures, learn, move on, and somehow resolve to A, not make those again, and B, find a better way to reach your goals. Find another way. When I'm in the field working on whatever project that I'm working on, it's one of the things that keeps me going, keeps me inspired and challenged, is a very simple concept. There must be a better way. There always must be a better way. We're never the best that we'll ever be. And the things that we're doing, we're not doing the best that they can ever be done. There must be a better way. And so as you leave here, full of the hope and the courage and all the wonderful things that you've achieved and accomplished here, I hope that you find it in you to say, there must be a better way. I will not accept the status quo. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to find a better way to do this. And as you do, you'll write the future. You'll write the future. It'll be the future that you want, and then you'll rewrite it again when you reinvent a better way to do it. And I would have to end by saying, I hope in that context you never have a real job. You just love your life and enjoy, find a better way, and make it happen. Good luck.